The Indiana Senate voted to end all state regulation of Indiana's isolated wetlands.
Those against the bill say regulation is important to preserving the natural habitats. Wayne 15's Kaitor K explains why the conversation is such a big deal. Kaitor?
Local environmental groups tell us that if this bill passes through the State House, up to 80% of the state's remaining wetlands would get drained, and that wouldn't be good for Hoosiers. The Indiana Senate voted Monday to end all regulation of the state's isolated wetlands. Those would be the wetlands that aren't under federal protection. The bill also allows for the unlimited draining of those isolated wetlands, which are connected to the region's lakes, rivers, and streams. The Little Rivers Wetland Project and Acres Land Trust say the bill is bad news.
And so by removing protection from these isolated wetlands, that we run the risk of not having clean water in our rivers and in our lakes that we like to recreate in. And some of these we get our drinking water from.
And so basically the wetlands act as a sponge and they act as a filter for the water that we end up drinking.
And bad drinking water isn't the only bad possibility, but flooding too.
There's a direct connection between these quiet habitats and water quality and protecting with flooding.
So if a wetland is drained, that water still has to go somewhere. And so that water is going to be diverted onto a neighbor's property, or it's going to increase flooding downstream. That water, again, is not going to disappear.
Those in support of the bill say it lifts regulations that are hobbling some farmers and home builders who get fined for the isolated wetlands on their property. They say the Indiana Department of Environmental Management has done an inconsistent job overseeing the state's wetlands. The bill will now move to the House for further voting. Kaitor K, Wayne 15 News.